Welcome, everybody, to Bainbridge High School baseball field here at Bainbridge High School in Bainbridge, Georgia. And we are glad you joined us today. Beautiful day for baseball. Bainbridge High Bearcats taking on Harris County, the Tigers from Columbus. I'm telling you what, it's a gorgeous day. I'm Coley Voiles. We got Bob Smith on the technology there, the laptop, and Bryce Flowers on the camera. We're about ready to get underway with the action, and our lead-off batter for Harris County will be Ty Edwards. Leading off the game for Harris County is Ty Edwards, the shortstop. We are ready to get underway here. Beautiful day, I tell you what. It's a gorgeous day. It's probably in the low 60s, but maybe outside, 62, maybe 61. And the first pitch, Steve Right. Jake Goodson on the mound. Blake Voiles behind the plate. We got Jackson Jones at third base, Ben Day at shortstop, Matt Burke at second, and Grant McDonald at first. And we got a hit. First up, second pitch out to left field for a single for Ty Edwards. Coming to the plate now for the Tigers, number 15, Kurt Ornowski, the right fielder. Ball's bunted up in the air and caught by Goodson. And Edwards gets back at first base for one out in the inning. Coming to the plate now, number 12, Neil Jimerson, the second baseman. So tried to lay a bunt down and got it up in the air a little bit. Jake Goodson makes a great play off the mound to make the catch for the first out for the Bearcats. First pitch to Jimerson for a strike. No balls, one strike. We got Michael Faircloth out in left field, Tate Lambert in center, and Shawan Gardner in right. Throw over to first base, not in time. He is safe. Bearcats 3-2 on the year. Swing and a miss, strike two. So no balls, two strikes on Jimerson. Got Edwards down at first base. And the pitch. Steve Reich for a strikeout for Goodson for the second out of the inning. Coming to the plate now, number 3, A.J. Willoughby, the third baseman. So Willoughby steps into the box, Edwards down at first, and the pitch outside for ball one. Throw over to first base. Not in time. He's in there. And the pitch down low. Two balls, no strikes. Harris County off to a pretty good year. It's only lost one game. They did beat Lee County over in Lee County. And a swing and foul back. Two balls, one strike. Two outs in the inning. But Harris County did go to Lee County and beat Lee County at their place. So Harris County looking good. They will play hard. Lee County plays Hardaway tonight. Thomas County plays Hardaway tonight. And we have a throw down to second base, and it goes to center field. So we got a stolen base there for Edwards. Moves down to second on a stolen base. Edwards singled to left field and now in scoring position for Harris County. Pitch from Goodson. Fouled back for strike 2. Counts full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Edwards down at second base. 2 outs. And the pitch from Goodson. Right. Struck out this side there for the third out of the inning. As the Bearcats come to play, end of half inning, going into the bottom of the first. All tied up still, 0-0. Bearcats coming to the plate. Number 2, the center fielder, Tate Lambert. Welcome back, everybody, to the bottom of the first inning. Bearcats coming to the plate now. 0 for the Tigers in the top of the first. Drew Reeves, a sophomore, a righty on the mound. Tate Lambert at the plate now for the Bearcats. Tate had a big game last Tuesday over in Cairo. Went 4 for 4. And as the Bearcats beat Cairo 6-5 in a come-from-behind win. And the first pitch from Reeves, a strike. Lambert with a little shot out to infield, and pitcher fields it and throws to first. And we'll have 1-3 for the first out of the inning. Coming to the plate now for the Bearcats, number 11, shortstop, Ben Day. Ben Day steps into the box. First pitch called strike on Day. Ben Day, a junior this year on the Bearcat squad. And strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Reeves, a sophomore on the mound, got pretty good stuff. A little curve ball in there, inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He was at Northside Columbus last year, his dad was telling us. Transferred over to Harris County. Got a shot out to right field, fly ball, and it'll be caught for out number 2. Coming to the plate now for the Bearcats, number 5, the catcher, Blake Voiles. Blake Voiles steps into the box for the Bearcats now, the catcher. Batting third, should be a pretty good battle here for Voiles versus Reeves. And the first pitch outside for ball 1. Ball 2, high and outside. They know about the hitting strength there for number 5. One of the coaches was telling me earlier, his reputation precedes him, so they coming in here, and obviously you see 3 pitches high and outside, which he's been in control for the first 2 batters. And they walk him on 4 straight balls. So Voiles goes down to first base on a base on balls. Stepping in the box now for the Bearcats, number 1, the second baseman, Matt Burke. So Burke steps into the box. Second baseman, Voiles down at first base. They're going to leave him on the bases. The catcher usually gets a courtesy runner, but he'll stay. And you see the pitch down to third base. Long throw across the diamond over to first base, and they got him. So the third baseman makes the long throw across the diamond for the out. That would be 5-3 for the third out of the inning. After 1 full inning of play, 0-0 tie ball game, folks. Come on back to the concession stand. Plenty to eat and drink right here. Hamburgers, hot dogs, they got it, folks. All kinds of drinks. Coming to the plate now for the Tigers, number 19, the first baseman, Tyler Miller. Going to the top of the second inning here. Again, Jake Goodson on the mound. Miller at the plate for the Tigers. First pitch in there for a strike for Miller. Oh, nice pitch for strike 2. Goodson, little curveball inside there. Jammed him a little bit, foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes. Pretty good crowd out here today for the Bearcat game. Harris County, long drive for them, 2.5 to 3 hours. They brought a good little crowd with them. That pitch was high, ball 1. In there for strike 3. So Miller strikes out. Coming to the plate now for the Tigers, number 28, Tyler Maley, the catcher. So Maley steps into the box for the Tigers. First pitch, hit going to be out to short center field. It's going to drop in for a hit for the Tigers for Maley. Nobody's there at second base. Jackson Jones runs over to cover. Jake Goodson, the pitcher, runs to cover. That's what we call a dink. Hey, but it's a hit in the books. Stepping in the box now, number 6, Hughes Massengale, the left fielder. Is that a ball? First pitch in there for a ball. Throw down to second base. Off to the left, not in time. So we got a stolen base. Stolen base for Maley. Tigers with one out in the inning with a runner at second base. Fly balls back behind the screen. No play. For strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Roger Cunningham will be joining us here shortly to help me out here on the calling this game. Maley down at second base. And that pitch in there for a strike. Fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Massengale. Jay Goodson steps off the rubber, looks the runner back. And there for a strike. He tags him out for the out, for the K. Massengale goes down on strikes. Beautiful pitch by Goodson. Coming to the plate now, number 10, the designated hitter, Jared Hubbard. So Hubbard steps in the box, ready for the pitch. Haley down at third base, or second base. First strike, or first ball in there for a strike on Hubbard. Goodson ready for the second pitch. It's in there. Ball gets away from Vols. Ball down in the dirt. And Maley will move over to third base on a wild pitch. So the Tigers with a threat down at third base. The Bearcats need to go to work here and concentrate on the man at the plate. And the pitch outside. Two balls, 1 strike on Hubbard. And a slap down the first base line for strike 2. It'll be foul. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the second. Bearcats need to get this man at the plate. Hey, Steve Reich, 3 and a curveball. Catches the outside corner of the plate to retire the inning for Goodson. What a pitch that was. Bearcats coming to the plate. We'll be right back, folks. Welcome back, everybody. Moving down into the bottom of the second inning here at Bearcat Field. Goodson steps into the box, the pitcher. Jake squares the bunt. Ball's inside for ball 1. Goodson with pretty good wheels. If he can lay one down, he can motor. So 1 ball, no strikes on Goodson. Goodson with that high elbow. Way up there, ball 2. Ball down low, gets away from the pitcher. Ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes on Goodson. And the pitch. Strike 1. 3 balls and a strike on Goodson. Reeves got pretty good control of the ball. Just a sophomore on the mound. Swung foul. Fills the count. Full up, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Folks still coming in for the Bearcat game today. And a hit out to second base. He'll have it. Throw the ball to first, and you got a 4-3 for the first out of the inning for the Tigers. Coming to the plate now for the Bearcats, the designated hitter, number 4, Riles Smith. Riles Smith steps into the box, a designated hitter. He swings at the first pitch, hit down to third base, throw across the infield. 5-3 for the second out of the inning. Got to be patient up there the first time at the plate. Need to take at least one pitch, take a look at that pitcher, see what he's got. At the plate now for the Bearcats, number 12, first baseman Grant McDonald. First pitch to McDonald, high for a ball. Man, they just stepping right on into that box. Don't give me time to introduce them. Ball 2 inside. 2 outs in the inning. Bearcats putting the bat on the ball, but not really hitting it solid. Pitch in there for a strike. 2 balls and a strike on McDonald. McDonald, a junior this year, came over from Grace. That pitch in there for a strike on the outside corner, 2-2 is your count. Ball down low, takes it full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Grant McDonald will fly ball out to left field. He'll field it for the third out of the inning. After 2 full innings of play, score 0-0. We'll be right back, folks. Dylan Rogers steps in for the Tigers in the top of the third. Jake Goodson on the mound, ball down in the dirt for the ball one. I'm looking hard for my relief coming in here, Bob. Roger Cunningham making his way here to the park. Hopefully he's in the tax season, so he's tied up right now. Got a high fly ball out to short left field. Tate Lambert comes in from center field for the catch for the first out of the inning. Coming to the plate now for the Tigers, number one, the leadoff batter, Ty Edwards, the shortstop. Ty Edwards led off the game for the Tigers with a shot out to left field for a base hit, then stole second base and stopped right there. So let's see what he can do right here. First pitch, top of the third for a strike. Ball hits him inside, gets away, dead ball. So he'll be hit by a pitch. He goes down to first base. Coming to the plate now for the Tigers, number 15, Kurt Ornowski, the right fielder. Ornowski steps into the box. He had a little infield fly for the first out in the first inning, his first time up. So Edwards down at first base with one out. Throw over to first base, not in time, just to sort of keep him honest over there. Actually, I think Ornowski tried to bunt the first time up and just a little bloop to the pitcher, but Jake Goodson made a heck of a play. Throw down, second base, in time. Dropped the ball down at second base. He's safe. Stolen base, a good throw by Blake Voiles down to second base. I'm going to put an E6. Ball was there. Just like a snow cone at the end of his glove. So Edwards down at second base. Ben Day just couldn't get a grip on the ball down there. Swing and foul, tip. Two balls, one strike on Ornowski. Edwards is one out down at second base. He poses a threat for the Bearcats with just one out in the inning. Top of the lineup, three balls, one strike. Ball high. So base on balls. Coming to the plate now, number 12, Neil Jimerson, the second baseman. Jimerson struck out the first time at the plate in the first inning. Steps in here now with two on with one out. Edwards at first base, Ornowski at Edwards at second, Ornowski at first. And the pitch, foul. Down the first base line for strike one on Jimerson. And the pitch up high, ball one. One ball, one strike. We're in the top of the third, no score in the game, but the Tigers with base runners. Got a shot out to left field. Maybe a play at the plate. They're going to hold him at third. They'll load the bases here in the top of the third with their number four batter, Willoughby, coming to the plate. Coming to the plate now for the Tigers, number 3, A.J. Willoughby, the third baseman. So Willoughby steps in with 1 out, bases loaded. Willoughby struck out in the first inning. And he fouls one back for strike 1. You got Edwards at third, Ornowski at second, and Jimerson at first. Ball foul back for strike 2 on Willoughby. This would be a huge strikeout right here on the cleanup batter. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch up high for ball 1. Little curveball way outside and high for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Willoughby. Bases loaded here in the top of the third with 1 out for the Tigers. Pitch out to second base. Gets a little piece of the ball, but it scores a run there for the Tigers. So the Tigers put 1 on the board with a, I have it at E4 at second base. Tried to make a play on the ball, just couldn't hold on to it. Tyler Miller at the plate now, number 19, the first baseman, Tyler Miller. And he hits a hit by pitch. That's going to score another run for the Tigers. Bases still loaded, 1 out. Coming to the plate now, number 28, Tyler Maley, the catcher. So Maley steps into the box now. Bases loaded, 1 out. Tigers have 2 on the board. First pitch outside, swing and a miss for Maley. Strike 1. No balls, 2 strikes on Maley. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. What a big strikeout that was for Goodson. So 2 outs in the inning. Coming to the plate now, number 6, Hughes Massengill, the left fielder. Massengill in, bases loaded, 2 outs. First pitch outside for a ball. Down in the dirt, gets by the catcher, and they'll score on a pass ball. So Massengill, 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs in the inning, score. The Tigers put another one on the board with a pass ball by the catcher. Ball hit down the first baseline. It's going to be out of play, it looks like. For strike 2, foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tigers have put 3 on the board this inning. The top of the third with 2 errors and 1 base hit, 1 RBI. And the pitch. Ball hit out to right field. Shawan Gardner makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning, but not until after the Tigers put 3 on the board in the top of the 3rd. Stay tuned there, folks. Bearcats coming to the plate. Scores 3-0 Tigers. So Jackson Jones leads off the 3rd for the Bearcats. Jackson Jones, a senior this year, 3rd baseman, and a big youngin' he is. First pitch in there for a ball. Ball 2, down low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. The Tigers put 3 on the board in the top of the 3rd with 3 errors. Steve Rag 1. Vols with the throw down to second base for stolen base, and Ben Day just couldn't hold on to the ball. Perfect throw. Ball down in the dirt for ball 3 on Jones. Then with bases loaded, ball hit out to Matt Burke. Matt tried to make a play on it at second base. Ball gets he bobbles it a little bit, and they score a run, the first run. And ball swung at and missed. Swing and a miss by Jones. Fields the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Jones goes down on strikes for the Bearcats. Michael Faircloth coming to the plate now. Coming to the plate now for the Bearcats, number 21, left fielder Michael Faircloth. So Faircloth steps in, the left fielder. And the pitch to Faircloth, the first pitch for a strike. They call him York for New York. He's from New York. Transferred down here 2 years ago. And they said he did swing, so no balls, 2 strikes on Yorkie. Ball way outside. Gets by the catcher there. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Faircloth. Tell you what, folks, if you haven't been out to see this baseball field here at Bainbridge High School, it is second to none. I don't know of anywhere we play that the complex is as nice as this baseball field is here. You can compare the schools to any that we go to as well, because it's a gorgeous new high school here in Decatur County. Got him on the outside corner for strike 3, so Faircloth goes down on strikes. Coming to the plate now for the Bearcats, leadoff batter number 2 and center fielder Tate Lambert. So Tate Lambert steps back in for the Bearcats. Top of the third inning, bottom of the third inning. Tate hit the ball back to the pitcher the first inning, up. Pitcher made the play over the first base for an out. Tate 0 for 1. Bearcats need base runners to get back in this ball game. Pitch outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Swing, foul tip. 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs in the inning. We're in the bottom of the third. Scores 3-0. Tigers on top. They did all the damage in the top of the third inning. Tate fouls one off over here to the left side for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Lambert. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball down low. 3-2 will take it full. Shot right back to the pitcher. He snags it for the third out of the inning. Lambert 1-3 again, just like he did in the first inning. So after 3 full innings of play, Tigers 3, Bearcats 0. Folks, you're watching Bearcat Baseball on the Cool Channels. Folks, come on back to the concession stands. Get you a hamburger, hot dog. We got candy, chips, peanuts, wet peanuts, dry peanuts. We got them all back here. Plenty to drink for you. Come on back. Leading off the top of the fourth for the Tigers, number 10, the designated hitter, Jared Hubbard. Welcome back, everybody, to the top of the fourth inning here at Bearcat Field. Jared Hubbard steps into the box for the Tigers. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Be strike 1 on Hubbard. Hubbard, the last time up, his first time up, struck out. Ball way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike on Hubbard. Hubbard DHing for Drew Reeves, the sophomore pitcher for the Tigers. Goodson with the pitch outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Goodson pitch down the middle, fastball, foul back, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bearcats were down 5-0 on the Syrup Makers the other night and came back to win the game in the 6th and the 7th inning. Ball down in the dirt. Swung and a miss on strike 3, and Voles makes the play to first base, so we'll have a 2-3 for the K. Coming to the plate now for the Tigers, number 2, Dylan Rogers, the center fielder. Rogers hit one out to left field first time at the plate. A little fly ball that was caught for an out. First pitch to Rogers was high and outside for ball one. But the Bearcats came from behind on Tuesday night to beat the Syrup Makers 6-5 in a big game. And I'm talking about a big crowd. That pitch curves in there for a strike on the outside corner. 1-1's the count. Laid down a bunt. Foul over here on the third base line. Tell you what, he's got some wheels on him. I can see why he's laying one down. Is the ninth batter. They say the extra lead, or the second leadoff batter in the game, batting ninth. So 2 balls, 2 strikes on Rogers. 1 out in the inning. And the pitch up high, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Swing, foul back for strike 2. The count is full. Shot out to Ben Day at shortstop. He boots it, and he won't get him. And the ball gets away, goes into the dugout. He'll get second base. So Day, E6 on the throw, and then E6 on the ball into the dugout. So he boots it down at shortstop and then makes a bad throw trying to get him out. So now we have a runner at second base with 1 out in the inning. And Ty Edwards, the leadoff batter, comes back to the plate. Edwards hits one over here to the first base side. Ben McDonald makes the play in foul territory for the out. So that's a break for the Bearcats. Coming to the plate now for the Tigers, number 15, Kurt Ornowski, the right fielder. So Rogers down at second base. Ornowski steps in, the number 2 batter in the lineup for the Tigers. Goodson with the pitch. Ball down in the dirt. He's going to third base. Voles with the throw. He got him down at third base with a perfect throw down to third from Blake Voiles. So Ornowski caught stealing, or Edwards, it's not, it's Rogers, caught stealing 2-5 for the third out of the inning. So Ornowski will be back at the plate when we return, folks. Stay tuned right there. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching Bearcat Baseball on the Cool Channels. So Ben Day stepping in the box here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ben having a tough outing defensively for the Bearcats today. Let's see if he can improve it there in the box this bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch to Day in there for a strike on the outside corner. And pitch right back to the pitcher. He'll make the throw over to first base for the out. So we got a 1-3 for the first out of the inning. Coming to the plate now for the Bearcats, the catcher, number 5, Blake Voiles. So Voiles steps back into the box here for the Bearcats. He walked the first inning. Big swing there by Voiles for strike 1. Base on ball the first inning. They got a good lead on him now, so they're going to pitch to him and see what he can do with it. Ball low outside, got strike 2. Put a headset on that fella right there. Yes, sir. Come on. Come on here. Ryan Riles here in the booth with us. We'll swallow that food. Come on, help us. No balls. 2 strikes on Voiles. Ball down low, trying to get him to go after it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Tigers up on the Bearcats, 3-0. Ball outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Voiles with a big throw down to third base for the 3rd out of the inning in the top of the 4th. Shot out to left field. He'll get in there for a base hit. It's going to be extra bases for Voiles. As he goes down to second base, he'll have a stand-up double down a left field line for Voiles for the first hit of the inning and for his first hit of the game. Turn on those lights. Right there in the corner. So a stand-up double for Voiles. Ball hit down in the corner, left field corner. Matt Burke coming to the plate now. 1 out in the inning. Voiles down at second base. And Matt puts 1 down to first base. It's going to be tough. It'll move Voiles over to third. Burke 4-3 for the 2nd out of the inning, but moves Voiles over to third base. So the Bearcats with a chance to score here in the bottom of the 4th. Coming to the plate now for the Bearcats, number 2, the pitcher, Jake Goodson. So we got a courtesy runner down at third base for Voiles, number 17, Ryan Murrah. Steps in there. Goodson, first pitch, ball 1. Bearcats need this run down at third base. It's the first threat we've had here today. Ball 2 to Goodson. 2 balls, no strikes. Murrah down at third base. Swing and a miss down low, or swing and foul back for Goodson. 2 balls, 1 strike. My partners in crime has stepped into the room, folks.
Yeah, some of us have to work for a living.
Welcome, Mr. Roger C. I have been sweating it here at the booth.
Why?
Ball inside to Goodson. Trying to do the music, trying to do the book, trying to do the commentating. Bob's not helping a bit. Couldn't get Ryan Riles to help me back there.
What do you expect? What do you expect Bob to do? he's got that nickname, you know.
3 balls and a strike on Goodson. Ball up high. They'll walk him.
Didn't have any reason to pitch to him. Nobody on first base and 2 out. Don't give him nothing to hit if you're Harris County.
So Goodson takes a base on balls. Riles Smith coming to the plate. Coming to the plate now for the Bearcats, number 4, the designated hitter, Riles Smith.
Now, Coley, I don't remember him from last year's squad. Now, this is my first game this year. Did he play varsity ball last year?
Riles did, yes.
Yes, okay.
Didn't see much playing time, but he did. He was on the varsity squad.
Strike on the outside corner to him.
First time at the plate, he hit the ball down to third base. Third base made the play over the first for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, I was walking up here and I saw Blake hit that double down the left field line. Batting left-handed, that was a good place to put it. They had him squared around to hit towards right field, and he put it where they weren't.
Well, they walked him the first time up on 4 definite balls. They weren't not going to pitch to him.
They're going outside on this one with a 1-1 count. Look at where the catcher's lined up.
Yep. And Riles is off the plate a little bit.
Oh, throw
down
to
to first base. He's back in time.
Boy, good throw. He was out, though. Boy, they had him leaning. Probably why they threw it outside like that. But makes it count 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Way upstairs and outside. 3-1. Yeah, it's back into baseball season. I know Lazy Bob's over here excited about the Upton brothers with Atlanta and his Braves being back in action pretty soon. He's shaking his head. It's going to be interesting to see how the brothers play for Atlanta this year.
Well, they talking big about them.
Hey,
they're Uptons and Hayward.
They're playing good in spring training right now. But we got Bearcat baseball now. 3-1 count. Shot
Ball
to
out.
Shortstop. Gonna have to hurry. He
He's
boots
going
it.
to score the run.
Yep, run will score. I don't think he would have thrown him out anyway because the ball was not hit very hard at all. Right off the end of the bat, he had all that spin on it. I don't think he was going to throw him out anyway.
So you give him a hit or you give him an error?
I give him a hit on that one. He would have had to have charged the ball to have any chance of throwing him out, and he did not charge it. He waited on it. So if anything, that's where the error occurred, not because he booted it, but because he didn't charge it. But you still give him a hit on that, I believe.
At the plate now for the Bearcats, number 12, Grant McDonald.
So first and second with 2 out, a run in, and McDonald up to bat.
McDonald's been swinging the bat good, Roger. He's hit a couple of balls, hit one the other night at Cairo that hit the top of the fence and the high fence in right field or right center field.
And Grant, last year was his first year with the varsity squad. He struggled a little bit at the plate last year, but he worked a lot this offseason. I know his parents real well. He worked a lot this offseason and has really come back swinging the bat pretty good this year.
He hit one over in Dothan when we played Northside Dothan. The fence is 385 in the gap. He hit the fence at the bottom. Blake hit one in the same place. It's a huge field, 400 dead center. They both hit 2 good balls, but they would have been out of this park, but not over there.
Well, the 2-0 pitch was a dead down the middle strike, so it's 2-1. That pitch is outside. Good eye by Grant, 3-1.
Got good wheels down at second base. Jake Goodson's got some speed.
Time called by the umpires. Pitcher had to tie his shoe. Harris County had to make that long drive on down here to play this game.
Ooh. McDonald flew out to left field the last time at the plate.
Inside, he draws a
Ball
walk.
inside.
Bases loaded with 2 out. And it looks like the manager's going to come out and have a little word with his pitcher.
Coming to the plate now for the Bearcats, number 13, the third baseman, Jackson Jones.
And let's see if he's going to make a pitching change or if this is just a pep talk.
He's got a sophomore on the mound, Roger. He was at Northside Columbus last year.
Oh.
And transferred into Harris County. His dad was telling me. His dad sort of filled me in before the game as to what these guys, there's a very young team on the field. They only have 1 senior, I believe, or 2 seniors on the team. And I don't know that either one of them are playing.
Well, he leaves the pitcher in, so let's see what he does here with bases loaded and 2 out.
Jackson Jones, a big senior this year. I mean, big, folks. I mean, he is big.
He is a big fella.
And if he could just connect with a ball right here, bases loaded.
Just a base hit would tie it up.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Swing and a miss. He was going for the fence, and it's 0-1. Now tell me a little bit about this fella at the bat, Coley. Did he play last year?
Yes, he was a third baseman last year.
That's okay. That's what I thought. Just refreshing my memory a little bit. Swung on, fouled it off.
It's way up, Roger.
It's in play. I mean, it's going to be in the field of play, but in foul ground. And it's the third out of the inning. The Bearcats do score a run. And at the end of 4 innings of play, it's 3-1 Harris County. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. You're watching high school baseball here on the Cool Channels.
Leading off the top of the 5th inning for the Tigers, number 15, Kurt Ornowski, the right fielder. Yeah, he was left at the plate with a throw down to third base from Blake for the third out of the inning.
Talking about Kurt Ornowski, who's leading off the top of the 5th inning for the Tigers. And he looks like he scored a run in the 3rd inning. He walked and then came around to score.
If you're trying to decipher my book, good luck.
Well, I can just see the
one, those boxes in there are too small for my writing.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You need to get you another book, man.
So going to the top of the 5th inning, Tigers up on the Bearcats 3-1.
Goodson still on the mound for the Bearcats. Get out of my way, Bryce. I need elbow room here. Outside.
No, that's Davis on the mound. We got a
Davis.
pitching change
I'm
for
sorry.
the Bearcats.
Okay.
Jordan Davis on the mound for the Bearcats.
All right.
Jordan stepped in the other night over at Cairo and in relief and pitched, I believe, 3 good innings for the Bearcats, or 2 good innings, and then Ryan Murrah came in the 7th to shut them down.
Next pitch was a strike, so it's 1-1 to count. Hit solid to second base.
Yeah!
Climbed the ladder and made the catch.
What a play by Jackson Jones. Let's see if I can find that. All right.
Nothing like a little Sports Center music. There you go.
At the plate now for the Tigers, number 12, Neil Jimerson, the second baseman. At the plate for the Tigers, number 12, Neil Jimerson, the second baseman.
All right, we heard it twice. First pitch was a ball. Second pitch hit right into center field, in for a base hit. So Jimerson at first on a single.
Coming to the plate now, number 3, A.J. Willoughby, the third baseman.
So Willoughby stands in with 1 out and 1 on. Davis from the stretch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Big lead down there by Ornowski at first base.
And all these guys have pretty good wheels. They have stolen, I think, a couple of bases. Blake would have had one at last time up.
His ball hit into right field. Got a beat on it and catches the ball for the out.
Shawan Gardner out in right field for the Bearcats makes the catch for out 2.
If you're scoring with us at home, that's F9.
At the plate now for the Tigers, number 19, Tyler Milner, the first baseman.
So Tyler's a pretty big boy, too. He struck out his first time at bat and then was hit by a pitch the second time. And looks at strike one. Looks at strike two.
Jordan Davis, a junior, on the mound, Roger. He was on the varsity team. He went both ways last year, JV and varsity.
Swung on. The ball gets away from the catcher. Throw down to first in time for the third out of the inning. So it goes down as a strikeout, swinging, and then 2-3 on the putout. So that's the end of the top of the fifth inning. No runs were scored. We'll come back for the bottom of the fifth inning. Stay tuned. You're watching high school baseball here on the Cool Channels.
I'm telling you what, something's smelling good down in the concession stand. If you want a hamburger, a hot dog, some wet peanuts, dry peanuts, we got them all down here. Plenty to drink. Come on back. We'll fill your belly.
Seeing as how I haven't had anything to eat today, you need to stop talking about that.
Who is this, Jones? What number is that? At the plate now, leading off the inning for the Bearcats, number 21, Michael Faircloth.
So Faircloth stands in there to lead off the bottom of the fifth inning for the Bearcats. He's the number 9 hitter in the order.
Roger, what I was saying at the break, Harris County seems to be the team to beat in the region this year. They went over to Lee County, beat Lee County, beat them up pretty good over there. And from what I'm hearing, this is the team to beat in the region. And they're a young team. They only have 2 seniors.
Well, that bodes well for them. The 1-1 pitch to Faircloth, fouled off down the third baseline. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But have we played them yet this year? Is this the first game?
No, this is the first time.
Now, they're in the top region, the north region, aren't they?
Yes.
And Bearcats, of course, in the south region. So the key is to win the south region.
There you go.
So you would play their number 4 team in the region playoffs.
That's right. And we're going to have to beat Lee County. I mean, they're on our side.
Right.
Thomas County Central is very weak this year. Actually, they're playing Hardaway tonight.
Ooh, inside. Makes the count 3-2.
But we also said last year that Thomas County Central was fairly weak. They came over here and I think beat us, that doubleheader twice.
Yeah. Swung on, hit into center field. Center fielder has a beat on it and makes the catch.
Coming to the plate now for the Bearcats, center fielder number 2, Tate Lambert.
So Tate stands in there, batting lefty. I remember Tate from last year for sure.
Tate had a hot bat over at Cairo earlier in the week. He went 4 for 4.
Wow.
In that win, 6-5 win.
Yeah, he looks at strike 1 here.
I think he's dribbled 2 out to the pitcher tonight.
You are correct. Inside, evens the count at 1-1. I'm going to get Lazy Bob here in a minute, go downstairs and get me a hamburger. Swung on, hit hard to the shortstop. Fields it over to first, high throw, but he makes it and steps on the bag. Out number 2, excuse me.
Coming to the plate now for the Bearcats, shortstop number 11, Ben Day.
Ben Day up the plate. Voiles on deck if he should reach, but there are 2 outs. This little pitcher got in a little trouble last inning, but he's got it going on this inning. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. Dribbles this one. Is it fair? No signal. What's the call?
Called it foul.
They called it foul.
Woo! That was close. Good play by the first baseman.
Skew me.
I mean, if that ball had been fair, that would have been an excellent play by the first baseman.
It was, yeah, absolutely. And that was called by the home plate umpire, not by the umpire down at first base. I don't think he had a clue.
Well, that's the home base umpire's call.
Yeah. There's another strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scoreboard doesn't say that, but that is what it is. Struck him out. Strike 3. So that's the end of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Bearcats don't do any damage in the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll go to the top of the 6th with Harris County leading it 3-1. Stay tuned. You're watching high school baseball here on the Cool Channels.
Jordan Cox in the house tonight, a 2012 Bearcat baseball player. Off the top of the 6th inning for the Tigers, number 28, Tyler Maley, the left fielder.
Back here for the top of the 6th inning, Tyler Maley to lead it off, the catcher.
He's actually the catcher. You're all right.
Inside, ball 1.
Tyler Maley, the catcher.
Fouls this one back, evens it up at 1-1. Fouls this one off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Definitely a pitcher's count here. Don't throw him anything good to hit. Bases are empty. I'd throw one in the dirt. About 2 feet away from him. See if he swings at it. Ooh,
pretty pitch.
A pretty pitch. It was close. But it's 2-2. That was a good pitch.
To
the straight, pulled the hook on him and struck him out. That was a pitch. Pulled the string on his little butt.
At the plate now, number 6, Hughes Massengale, the left fielder.
Massengale, little fella, stands in there, swings at the first pitch, right back to the pitcher, and over to first in plenty of time.
Davis with a play.
Yeah, because that's one of those hits there. If it gets over the pitcher's head, it's probably in the center field for a hit.
That's exactly right.
So good play by Davis at first base.
All right,
I mean, the pitcher's mound, excuse me, at the pitcher.
We got a pinch hitter, number 13.
It looks like a pinch hitter, number 13 in there.
Looks like we got a pinch hitter for the Tigers. Number 13, Channing Brand, will step up to the plate.
So Brand will stand in, batting for Jared Hubbard, who was the designated hitter.
It's time out. Sound like a baseball field out here, don't it, Bob?
That's right. They got Bob's over here laughing at Coley's music, and
just playing one right after the other one.
So 2 out, nobody on. And the first pitch, it gets away from the catcher, but no damage because nobody's on base.
Tell you what, Jordan Davis, again, a junior on the pitching squad this year, steps in and has done a good job in relief.
Next pitch, bounces away from the catcher again. 2 balls and no strikes. We'll have to find out who that catcher is and give him a talking to.
He's going to be wearing a foot if he don't start catching those
exactly
balls.
Right.
I told his coach, I said, if he gets lazy behind that plate, get on his derriere. Put it that way. There you go.
That pitch swung on and missed. That pitch is a little bit low. It's 3-1. So Davis trying to avoid some 2-out trouble here. And there's a strike. Full count.
Bryce is getting a little cool in his window, isn't it?
Bryce doesn't care. He's looking at girls. Swung on, hit over the pitcher's head, into center field for a base hit. So Brand on at first with a solid single up the middle.
Coming to the plate now for the Tigers, number 2, the center fielder, Dylan Rogers.
Dylan bats lefty. Swings at the first pitch, pops it way up in the air. Will it stay in play? No.
Ooh, that'd been a tough. If it had been on the fair side, it'd been a tough one to catch right down beside that fence.
Just a noisy, loud strike.
Tell you what, Roger, I got to appreciate a couple of folks that made some contributions to the Bearcat baseball team. That net that you see there, compliments of Mr. Keith Griffin and Mr. Gil Murrah. The cushion, the padding down along the bottom of the fence, the 2 of those went together and provided that for the team last year and got it up over the summer. And it makes a world of difference at this ballpark.
It was 0-2, now it's 1-2. Runner at first, 2 outs. Dribbler to the pitcher. Over to first in plenty of time. So that's the end of the inning after 5.5. It's Harris County 3, Bearcats 1. See what the Cats can do in the bottom of the 6th. Stay tuned, everybody. Watching high school baseball here on the Cool Channels. I didn't even notice there was a net up there.
Oh, man, it makes a world of difference.
Well, what's the purpose of putting that padding down there?
The bottom of the net, there's nothing down there. That brick wall is a foot from the net.
Oh, yeah.
They put plywood all the way around and put the padding on front of it.
Yeah,
they could have still.
Genius, they should have put the poles behind the brick.
Well, in the plans was supposed to be in the brick.
In the brick, yeah. Well, if somebody screwed it up, I'd have made them come back and redo it.
What inning we in? Top of the 6th?
Bottom of the 6th.
Bottom of the 6th. Leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Bearcats, the catcher, number 5, Blake Voiles.
Back here at Bearcat Field, leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Bearcats, Blake Voiles, the catcher. Blake throws right, hits lefty, looks at strike one.
That was a pretty pitch, Roger.
It was. Blake doubled down the third baseline his last at bat and then eventually came around to score. Oh, that was a nice curveball, but must have been low or something. That was, that thing had some movement on it.
Wasn't it?
That thing had some serious movement on it. Blake hits one down to first baseline. Fair. First baseman steps on the bag, easy out.
Stepping at the plate now for the Bearcats, number 1, second baseman, Matt Burke.
So Burke steps in. Bearcats got to get something going here if they want to claw their way back into this game. They only have 5 more outs to do it. And ball 1. For some reason or another, Bryce is over here laughing at me, and I ain't figured it out yet.
Sorry about that.
1-1 to count now after Coley.
Bryce, did you do that?
Played the music inadvertently.
Matt Burke.
High pop fly into right field. Right fielder's there. Kind of made a little sliding catch for whatever reason, but he does make the out.
I'll tell you what, you got to like the effort by Burke. He was down at second base before when that ball was caught.
Yeah, and you're telling everybody in the audience about it too.
That's right. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, audience.
Coley had left his microphone on.
Jake Goodson at the plate now for the Bearcats.
And Jake looks at ball 1. I guess we're having a little fun at the ballpark tonight. Yee-hee. But it is Friday, the end of another work week, except for me. I get to work tomorrow. Upstairs, 2-0. Yeah, Bob, talking about the Braves a little bit. I tell you what, the one that's still struggling is old Dan Ugla. Man, everybody thought that ball's hit way up in the air, and it is out of play. I tell you what, if you're a Braves fan, everybody thought he was going to be the power hitter that we needed or that the Braves needed, and I tell you what, it has been somewhat dismal for him since he came over from the Florida Marlins, or now the Miami Marlins now. Swing and a miss. Should be 1 ball and 2 strikes. No, 2-2 after the foul ball. 2 outs, nobody on. There's the swing and a miss. 3rd out of the inning. And the Bearcats, for the 2nd inning in a row, go 1-2-3. And after 6 full innings of play, it's 3-1 Harris County. Stay tuned. We'll come back for the 7th inning. You're watching high school baseball on the one and only Cool Channels. Back to the top of the order. Yeah, it is. The number 9 hitter made the 3rd out. Yes, top of the order, number 1. Ty Edwards. For the Bearcats. Oh, the Bearcats.
So Ty Edwards.
Yeah, number 1.
Leading off the top of the 7th for the Tigers, number 1. Shortstop, Ty Edwards.
Top of the 7th inning we go. Bearcats got to shut them down and then have a comeback in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ty Edwards leads off, and he is the leadoff hitter, play shortstop. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Well, Coley, the Cats have just had a struggle with these bats tonight against this Harris County pitching. There's a strike, evens the count at 1-1.
I just hope we're going to peak in the middle of the season at the end of the season, because we're not peaking right now, Roger Dodger.
Down low.
And the coach still playing with the lineup a little bit, trying to get that right chemistry in there for the team.
That ball shot foul. Evens the count at 2-2. I thought that was what practices and everything were for before the season started.
With Georgia rules, we only had like two weeks of practice before we actually started playing.
Wow.
I mean, that's just Georgia rules.
Swing and a miss. Well, Coley, all I can tell you is other teams do it.
Well, know about that. Anyway, coming to the plate now, number 15, Kurt Ornowski, the right fielder.
So Kurt stands there near about standing on top of the plate. Pitch is outside, ball one.
You know, I think it was Thomasville, the city school, or one of them over there got in trouble a couple of years ago because you're not supposed to.
There's a shot into left field. Nice opposite field hit for Ornowski. So he's on at first with one out.
Coming to the plate now, number 12, Neil Jimerson, the second baseman. But you're not supposed to gather more than one or two together with a coach during the off season. And they got in trouble because they were practicing as a team. I mean, that's what you would want to do, you know.
Well, Coley, but the team can get together without coaches.
Yeah, yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes,
and, you know, if you've got enthusiasm and you got the fire, that's what will happen. 0-1 to count. First pitch is a strike. Pitcher working from the stretch. Throw to first. Back in time. Next pitch is fouled off. 0-2. Strikeout would be nice here. Oh, 2 pitch, swung on, hit hard into right field. And that's a base hit. Throw goes all the way into third base. So there's man off first and second now for Harris County, and that was on an 0-2 pitch. Got a little bit too much to hit there, Coley.
Coming to the plate now for the Tigers, number 3, A.J. Willoughby, the third baseman.
0-2 count, Coley. You're not supposed to give him something like that to hit.
Nope, and he got a little dink out to right field for a little single.
That's all it takes. Another single scores a run. This ball's hit high up in the air. It's in foul territory, but will it stay in play? No. So just a real noisy strike.
Boy, we need that out.
Near about hit Coley's truck over there that somebody's sitting on.
Somebody using my truck.
There's 2 people using your truck right now. 3 people actually, I think, over there using your truck.
I'm going to charge them rent.
Can't see who it is at this point, but they are definitely over there.
I don't know what we got. Got something going on the field.
Looks like there is a pinch runner coming in at first base. Pinch runner in.
I don't know what that was.
That was Coley playing some more music.
That was noise, I think.
Oh.
Tigers with runners at first and second.
There's a shot into right center. That's going to be caught. Oh, he dropped the ball. 1 run is in. And the other runner goes to third. So an E9.
That is not Shawan Gardner in right field. That's Jake Goodson in right field. Looks like we got a timeout on the field.
Makes the score 4-1. Runners had to hold to see if the right fielder was going to make the play. So no base hit there, Bob, for on your little computer thing.
We're down 4-1 right now in the top of the seventh.
And the Bearcats are making a pitching change, and while the pitcher warms up, we'll take a break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. You're watching high school baseball here on the Cool Channels.
At the plate now, number 19, Tyler Milner, the first baseman. And on the mound for the Bearcats, number 17, Ryan Murrah.
Back here at Bearcat Field, top of the seventh inning, Harris County with a run in. Pitching change for the Bearcats. Ryan Murrah is the new pitcher for the Bearcats, and up to the plate for the Tigers is Tyler Miller. He is the first baseman. So runners at first and third with one out. Fouled away, strike one. Bunts, squeeze play, throw to first. Is dug out of the dirt in time for the second out. Nice play by the first baseman for the Cats. So give Miller an RBI. And it's now 5-1 Harris County.
Small ball is the name of the game, and
Yes,
they just executed that perfectly on a squeeze bunt.
Goes down as a sacrifice.
Scores a run with the RBI, moves a runner from first to second.
Yep. Murrah pulls the hook on Tyler Maley. Is that Tyler Maley? No, that's number 18. Whoever number 18 is, Coley.
18 or 16?
18.
Don't have 18.
Well, he's up to bat right now. That ball's down in the dirt, blocked by Voiles. Evens the count at 1-1.
13 maybe?
Is that 28? Oh, it is 28. I'm sorry. So that is Tyler Maley. My bad. Looked like 18 to me when I first saw it. Hey, I don't want to hear it. Been up since 5 o'clock this morning working. I don't want to hear it. Fouls that one down the third baseline into the Bearcat dugout. That's a swing and a miss. Throw down to first in plenty of time. Goes down as a strikeout swinging. 1-3 on the putout for the final out of the inning, but Harris County does score 2 big runs in the top of the 7th. Bearcats got to score 4 to at least extend the game here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Stay tuned, everybody. See if they can do it. You're watching high school baseball on the Cool Channels. So Ryle Smith stands in for the Bearcats here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bearcats got to make some noise to keep this game going. Fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. This old sophomore, this Drew Reeves, the pitcher for Harris County, he is still bringing it, Coley. Watching him in warm-ups in between innings, he was popping the catcher's glove. Outside, evens the count at 1-1. Ball
hit him?
No, it was just inside. It was close, but didn't quite hit him. This little kid, when you watch him pitch, Coley, not a lot of wasted movement in his motion and a very fluid motion from this pitcher. Not a herky-jerky guy. Just gets up there, winds, and throws the ball. Let's see if he can keep it together here and close out this game for Harris County. Trying to get out of the way, and the ball hit the bat right on the end of it next to his hands, and it's a strike. Two and two the count.
Get it.
Swung on.
Look what I found.
Hit right to the third baseman. Tough play, but makes the out.
Coming to the plate now for the Bearcats, the first baseman, number 12, Grant McDonald.
Grant tonight in today's game was let's see, what did he do? Looks like he struck out, I believe, and reached on a walk. He's played good at first base, dug a couple balls out of the dirt. First pitch is a ball to him.
First base is a new position for him this year. He was at shortstop, then over at second base, then moved him over to first base. He's alternating with Jake Goodson over there. Jake's out in right field this evening after he come off the mound.
That ball hit him. Had on a 2-0 pitch, it hit him.
Coming to the plate now for the Bearcats, we have a pinch hitter, number 14, Cole Granada.
And And looks like, are they going to make a pitching change? Or are they going to stay with him? They made a pitching change. Looks like it's going to be I think it looks like number 3, I believe. A.J. Willoughby is going to come in to pitch from his third base position. And so while he warms up, we'll take a quick break. Stay tuned, everybody. You're watching high school baseball here on the Cool Channels. Back here at Bearcat Field, Cole Granada to pinch hit for Jackson Jones. Interesting story about Coley. I was in Atlanta 2 weeks ago on a Sunday, and my GPS quit working right. And I was trying to find a particular location. Fouls the first pitch back. So I stopped at a gas station, asked for some directions, and there was a fellow there at the counter, and I started asking him if he could help me out. And he says, man, I'm not really from here either. He said, where are you from? And I said, Bainbridge. He says, oh, really? He said, my son fouls that pitch off, and it will be out of play. He said, my son plays on the football and the baseball team. I said, really, what's his name? He said, Cole Granada.
I'll be dog.
Be doggone if his daddy wasn't right in the store there. It was funny. 0-2 the count to Cole. Downstairs, ball 1 in the dirt. Blocked nicely by the catcher. Holds the runner at first base. Down low. Good eye. 2-2. But who'd have thunk you'd have walked in a gas station
in Atlanta,
Georgia,
oh, yeah,
and bumped into somebody's daddy from Bainbridge, Georgia. There's strike 3.
Got him looking.
2 outs in the inning now.
Coming to the plate now for the Bearcats, number 21 left fielder Michael Faircloth.
Michael's put on a little beef from the offseason, Coley.
A little bigger.
Looks at strike 1. Now that one was definitely outside. 1-1. Bearcats down to their final out, final 2 strikes here. Let's Faircloth can reach. Throw over to first. Runner back in time. The 1-1 pitch. Swing. Yes, he went enough. Umpire called it a strike. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on. Hit high into the air to center field. Right center, actually. Center fielder does make the play. And that's your ball game.
That's all, folks. Appreciate you coming out tonight. Take your hamburger or hot dog with you before you leave. Final score, Tigers 5, Bearcats 1. Give them all a hand, folks. Harris County got a long ride back. Good game by both teams.
There was Coley Voles adding his little commentary there, and that pretty well wraps it up. Lazy Bob says, let's wrap it up. So for Lazy Bob, for Bryce, for Coley Voles, the big boss man, I'm Roger Cunningham, just the peon play-by-play guy. Where once again, Harris County Tigers beat the Bainbridge Bearcats 5-1 in baseball action. Until next time, everybody, good night.